In Lagos, we don't have water after 30 years.
And it is the city of aquatic splendor.
You see, after 30 years is a generation. It's a generation. Countries have gone from third world to first world in 30 years, isn't it?
Right.
Singapore achieved what they achieved in 30 years. Now, we have been under one administration for 30 years. In Lagos, we don't have water after 30 years.
And it is the city of aquatic splendor.
Do you see what I mean? It's something as basic as that, right? So when you ask yourself, after 30 years, right? When you think about the revenues that Lagos has burnt through in those 30 years, right? When you think about the main purpose of government, which is the quality of life of the people, whether you measure it by things like water, whether you measure it by things like education, whether you measure it by things like quality of healthcare, right? All those basics, whether it's housing, whether it's transportation, when you measure all of those things, right? After 30 years, if you had to do a report card and say, what is the quality of people's lives after a generation of resources deployed? I'm sure if you give 10 people that survey to answer, 9 people will give you an answer that they are worse off probably.
Yeah.
In real terms, in terms of their quality of life, right? Than a generation ago. And that is how you have to measure, the impact of government, not about whether there's an Ikoyi-Lekki link bridge. Do you understand? Because you just throw money, you build a bridge. But are people's lives better?